no sickness, no poverty. Glory to glory. Come and see. Glory, but you don't know my story. You see. Glory, but you don't know my story. Your time will come. When on God's time. When on Jehovah. When on God's time. Brothers and sisters, when on God's time. When on Yahweh. When on God's time. See Palilala. When on God's time. Palilala. When on God's time.
There is a time and a season to every purpose under the heavens. See, every tear you cry, God sees, and everything you're going through, He knows. Everything that's set behind your back, He had, and the time for your blessing is just a little while. And when He says yes, nobody can say no. When the time has come, then He knows He
I know they don't want me the money to come my way.
Tired of looking for quality clothing in and around Monrovia with no luck in finding what suits your style? Well, look no further. A new men's clothing store located at the corners of Benson and Maglin Streets in the Cabal building is right here for you. The Men's Closet. The Men's Closet specializes in designer wears including Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Givenchy, business suits, and the list goes on. Gents, let's look, smell, and feel good, not just for ourselves, but our significant others. Remember, when you look good, you feel good. That's why we also have on sale men's cosmetics, perfumes, lotions, deodorants, etc. The Men's Closet. It is not just the man in the clothes, but the quality of the clothes the man wears. For inquiries on our products and services, call cell numbers 0775 560 008, 0777 474 899, or 0886 658 055. The Men's Closet, here for you. The fight against COVID-19 has become imperative to the survival of the world, to the extent we must all get involved. The question is, how do I get involved? Get tested. Get tested if you feel COVID-19 symptoms. Example, sore throat, cough, headache, etc. Get tested if you know you met someone who is now COVID-19 positive. Get tested before going to places where you may meet a lot of people. Example, schools, work, etc. Get tested before traveling, both domestic and international travels. Get tested when asked by a healthcare or public official to do so. Get tested today. Know your status and seek treatment if need be to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. When you are coming to Liberia, the first thing you think about is getting your way in and around the city. Now, you don't need to worry about that because LIB Executive Shuttle has that covered for you. We have our luxury private and share ride options, scheduled airport services, business or corporate travel, daily rental in and around Monrovia. Or if you want to take a trip to Kakata, Ganta, Buchanan, Banga, LIB Executive Shuttle got you. Our excursion packages include trips to Patawi Waterfalls, Sunset Beach, or Wuka Farms. We are located after Carver Mission Junction, RRA Road, Pinsville, Monrovia, Liberia. For inquiries, call cell numbers 0770 072 614 or 0770 072 613. Better still, call our USAID number on 001 301 750 1336. LIB Executive Shuttle. Let us do the driving for you. In order to keep ourselves and others safe from the coronavirus disease, we must all get vaccinated. Here are a few facts about the coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine does not have anything in it that can make you magnetic. All COVID-19 vaccines are free of metals. The COVID-19 vaccines available in the US do not contain live virus. They do not share any of their parts inside or outside of your body. The vaccine is safe for current and future pregnancies. There is no proof showing unsafe results on taking the vaccine for current or future pregnancies, which means pregnant women can also take the vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine does not change your DNA. In fact, it has absolutely no interaction with your DNA. The vaccine does not cause you to test positive for the virus. It is untrue, as none of the vaccine will cause you to test positive in a viral test. Therefore, the vaccine is safe to use. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. We have all heard, and in some cases, seen the danger posed by the coronavirus disease to our existence. We have sought ways in which this virus can be prevented, ranging from hand washing, social distancing, masking, and maintaining good hygiene. However, we now have an even better solution that has a history of effectiveness, which is vaccination. I know there are lots of misconceptions that surround vaccination, and as a result, people are reluctant in getting vaccinated. But here is a small historical fact for you. Smallpox and polio have a 100% decline in death since vaccines for these diseases were introduced. Not only that, measles and mumps have a 99% decline in deaths since vaccines for these diseases were introduced as well. We cannot allow vaccine preventable diseases cut our lives short. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. Dimple Abraham Myers Insurance Agency Incorporated, a subsidiary of State Farm, is that company that is equipped with trained staff to handle all your lines of insurance. Our insurance services include auto insurance, home insurance, and renters insurance. We also service business insurance, life insurance, and health insurance. Our insurance services cover Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. Dimple Abraham Myers Insurance Agency Incorporated is located in 18A Penmat Shopping Center, Newcastle, DE 19720. Our offices are open from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, call cell numbers 302-613-0038 or visit our website on www.dimplemakesitsimple.com. Dimple Abraham Myers Insurance Agency Incorporated. We've got all your insurance services covered.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Folks, good morning. Welcome uh, to another edition of the show, cause I'm not getting you.
Morning.
All right, you are coming through now.
Yep, yep, yep. Morning, folks. Good to be here. Good to be here. Good afternoon, good evening to all of you watching, listening via one of our platforms. We're very glad to be here. It's another beautiful day. What's going on, Waga? What is it? What's going on? What's the
Well,
new thing?
let's just say good morning into our folks. The autopsy for the late princess was not conducted yesterday, so it was pushed ahead for another 24 hours. So we expect it to be done on today. So instead of yesterday, it will be done on today. So we still awaiting the government of Liberia that will come up with fundings in the death of the late princess Kopo.
Yeah, we have some questions, some key questions we need to ask. Basically, not questions. Some points that we need to make to the public, things that we've found out. This case is taking an interesting turn. For example, Buckeye, how did Princess's boyfriend, the guy with whom she had a son, do you know they have an 80-year-old son, Buckeye?
Yeah, in an interview, he said they have a kid.
I saw the picture of the boy. Yeah, they have an 80-year-old son, and so they must have been together for a long time. And Samuel, that's his name. I think Samuel Yolo or something. One of the key points we need to tell you folks is that Samuel came in possession of Princess's cell phone after Princess died or was found dead. The question is, how did Samuel come in contact with a cell phone? Samuel was not at the scene when Princess was found dead. He wasn't there. How did he get a cell phone? They asked Samuel, how did you get a cell phone? Samuel said he doesn't know how the phone landed in his hands.
Yep.
Now, Buckeye, listen to that. This is what he told the police. In his statement to the police, he said, I don't know how the phone came into my hands.
Yeah, and he even said it on national radio, Costa. Now, even to the police. Yeah, he did. He talked to a local radio station, and it was clear, crystal clear that, I know how the bottom phone that had a $150 US that which.
So this is the phone she used to use apparently for mobile money and stuff. This is not a high-end phone. It's not a smartphone.
Yeah. Because she owned two phones, the smartphone and the bottom phone. So there's a bottom phone we are talking about.
Now, when Baga says button phone, he's talking about one of the way back cell phones like the 3310 Nokia, something like that. Yeah, a simple phone.
Something like this.
That's the phone. Those of you watching on video, you can't see the phone. That's the phone Baga's talking about. Okay, so that is a phone. That's the phone you're talking about. That's the kind of phone that he's talking about, right?
Yeah. So he said, I know how the phone landed in my hand, but he went later asked the sister of the late princess for the mobile money password and took $150 US from in the phone. So this has raised an eyebrow. Where he took the phone from, how he got in contact with the phone when he was not on the scene where
Princess was found dead.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He was called, but later on, the police had the smartphone, but he having the button phone. So that's raised an eyebrow. So the police invited him over yesterday, and he's under arrest now. He's of the Liberian National Police.
Okay. What about Wille? Where is she?
Wille is still here. So we raised the alarm yesterday. When Martina called,
to leave the country or leave.
Yeah, she's trying to leave the country for Ghana. So we raised the alarm, and we hope the Liberian National Police, they haven't been any information yet from the police.
Whether they have moved to apprehend her.
Yeah.
Just stop off and leaving the country. Now the thing is, okay, Does anybody know whether Willie had any travel plans prior to Princess's sudden death?
Nope, nope. And Willa was like a sister to the late princess. So
That's
now
what I'm told. Very, very close.
she's staying away from the family. It's also kind of raising an eyebrow. People say the mother of princess saying, but why is it that she's keeping herself away? It wasn't like this before. She used to come to my house, we cook, eat together, and do everything. But since the passing of a princess, whatever, she start putting up some attitude that we just can't understand.
If Willie is involved, Boaka, if she's involved, naturally, this must be a difficult thing for her to deal with. Okay. To help kill a human being if she's involved. If Princess was killed and Willie was involved, it would be a difficult thing. To even be able to confront the family that she was so close with would be a terribly difficult thing to do, Wakai. Come on, you're talking about someone who was your friend. So the question is, Wakai, looking at all these things, do you think there was some kind of conspiracy theory? I mean, there was some kind of conspiracy in play here? Did it set Princess up? Was Princess the victim of a setup and a murder?
Yeah, because Costa, let's just look at the issue about poisoning. Let me just take it from that angle. You and I on the capital bypass, we do not job there together, and probably they ate together that day. And then Princess left and went to ELW. And they can just poison you on the spot and start to work. No, it take a little time before it start working, it start to, show that signs and symptoms. So princess left from where they were and went to ear. I'm not saying there's the case. I'm not saying that. Please don't take it that day. I'm just trying to, talk something now. So they left. She left and went to EAW. If she was pressing on the capital bypass and left for EAW, it can work, Costa. It can start to react on her to EAW because
so it's a princess had just eating. She came from the bypass, right?
Yeah.
Capital bypass. I'm told she was there because she had a contract, some kind of catering service, or kind of catering job there.
So probably she may have eaten something there, or she may have ate something there on the capital bypass, and later left for ELW where she received a phone call to go and attempt of something. So
does anybody know why she went to the store? Why she went in that direction?
No, there haven't been no information who she went to there or why she went there. There hasn't been no information about that.
Lots of questions here. Willie needs to be stopped from traveling out of the country. The boyfriend, I'm glad they have him. The police need to use their tactics to get him to talk. When I mean tactics, I don't mean torture. I can't stand torture. Nobody should ever use torture on anybody to extract information from them. Yeah, torture really doesn't work. In many cases, it does not, and it is illegal and it is wrong. But I mean, just tell him what they have. Use all those other investigative tactics, interrogation tactics, where they tell him, oh, you know what? We already got somebody who said X, Y, and Z and all that kind of stuff. So you better tell us and cut yourself a deal, and we'll use you to testify rather than being the one to go to jail and all that kind of stuff. Just use something on him and get him to talk. It's just very sad that this young 25-year-old woman, would lose her life in that manner. Oh, I'm sorry we lost Boakai. They should reconnect with us shortly. I want to speak to something when Boakai returns. This is serious stuff. I know some of our people have been protesting over the last few days at ELWA Junction. Let me talk to George. He's calling me. Yes, George. What is it? You call me, you can't speak, and you say, just hold on. Tell me what happened. What about the other one? And don't forget, when you reconnect, you check the other platforms, the website, the other streaming sites. Sorry, folks. Our internet dropped. Now, folks, there's a situation in Minnesota. A few days ago, I got a call from D-Flow from Minnesota to inform me that an animal, a 44-year-old animal, butchered his wife to death. Yeah, with a machete, something. He butchered her to death. This happened in a place called Champlain, in Champlain, Minnesota. And then he fled, and they picked him up in Fargo, North Dakota. This guy, according to the story, was sleeping with his wife's 16-year-old daughter. Yeah, he was raping her. And the little girl decided to tell her mom, which was the right thing to do. When she told her mom, the mom, who's this guy's wife, decided to call the police, which is the right thing to do. Which is the right thing to do. Unlike many other women who cover these things up, when their daughters tell them that they have been sexually abused by the husband or the boyfriend or some male figure who lives in the same household with them, they will try to cover it up and protect their boyfriend or their husband. And many of you can relate. Many of you know this is true. There's some of you in your households, particularly in Liberia, where you would protect your boyfriend. If your child tell you, say, your daughter tell you, say, mama, uncle can sleep with me or he can touch me in social areas, and you would try, don't say that kind of thing. You won't put a man in trouble. I know that all too well. We do that in Liberia. You protect the man, you love the man, you care about the man more than your child. Many of you do this stuff. In this case, this woman, this sister, God rest her soul, who is dead, was killed in a very painful way. She married this guy. They've been married for a year. They live in Champlain, Minnesota. And he had been sleeping with the woman's 16-year-old daughter. Yes, the woman's 16-year-old daughter, he was sleeping with her. And the little girl one day gained the courage and told her mom and said, Mommy, Uncle been sleeping with me, however she calls him. He'd been sleeping with the woman's daughter. What did the woman do? The woman decided to call the police. She called the police on the guy, on her husband. Again, I said, this was the right thing to do. When she called the police on the guy, I'm explaining the story of some horrible animal who murdered his wife because the wife told on him to the cops that he had been sexually abusing her 16-year-old daughter in the house.
Wow.
He murdered her. I check the apps, MindTuning, MindTuner, Tuning, and all the other apps, including the website. Tell Charles to do that, please. Okay. So, the woman called the police after her daughter. They were married, yes. They were married for 8 months. Thank you, D-Flow. D-Flow was the one that called me with that story. And D-Flow happens to know the lady. And he was very, very shaken. And he called me and said, my man, brother, I want you to put something. I go put something. This guy just married a woman. I said, well, D-Flow, slow down. Explain more to me. Before he did this. Moments later, he called me back and said, this regard, my brother, he has been arrested. It was shocking. The woman told the police that the guy was raping her daughter in the house. Wow.
Yes.
When she told the cops, this bugger didn't take it kindly. He didn't take it kindly. You know what he did? The woman then took the kids and they left the house and they went to, I think, a relative's place. Then one day she went to work. He left. He fled after the woman reported on him and told the police. And he fled. It's a Liberian brother. I know his name is James Yonte or something. James Yonte. He left the house. He went out. One day, he came and sat in a parking lot at the place where they live. With a cutlass, a machete. He was waiting for the woman. He was waiting for the woman. The woman came from work. She was about to get into the building. This guy came out of the car with a cutlass and he butchered this woman to death. 44-year-old guy. He butchered her to death because she called the police on him when her daughter told her that he had been raping her in the house. Married a woman and sleeping with a woman's 16-year-old daughter. Then he fled. Now he didn't know she moved out of the home, yes, and went to her brother's home. Thank you, Dimple. So after she reported on him, she moved out of the house and went to her brother's place because she knew apparently she tried to prevent this but he still killed her. She knew that this would provoke him to do something bad to her. So after she reported on him to the cops, she packed the kids, took herself, took some personal effects, and they went to her brother's place. And this son of a swan, this animal of a man, somebody's wasted 9 months, decided to lay ambush for this woman, Wakai. He butchered this woman to death and fled and went to North Dakota. She died in a painful way, leaving behind 3 beautiful children, one of whom was sexually abused by this animal. Wakai. Hey man, they had just gotten married, Wakai. They had just gotten married. They had just gotten married. The story is all over. It's all online. You Google it. It's all over the place. It's a terrible, terrible story.
I don't know, but the story is
man. Sometimes, Wakai, you go marry, you go marry, you just bring yourself trouble. Oh, you go marry, you just bring yourself trouble. I'm telling you, Wakai.
Well, I don't know what you are thinking when he feels the thing that can happen in Africa or Liberia, like what's going to happen. Like you rape somebody,
so
child.
The woman was supposed to keep quiet while you continuously rape her daughter.
Yeah,
that's what you're thinking. The right thing may have cost her life in a very brutal, terrible way, but she did the right thing. To all of you men who are married to women or who are romantically involved with women and you and her are cohabiting, living together, and you are messing around or you have desire to mess around with her daughters or her daughter, you are animals.
Totally.
That's what you are. You married a man, the man ain't enough for you.
Me want young blood.
Then why they didn't go marry young blood? Why he marry a woman in her 40s? This is wickedness, Wakai.
So Costa, he was arrested?
Yes, they picked him up.
Okay.
In North Dakota, in an apartment complex. He went to hide.
Like America,
Champlain, Minnesota. He got in the car and drove to North Dakota. He thought he was going to hide. And they picked him up. Wakai, please tell George to check the apps. All the different apps.
Okay. Go, George.
This is so sad. Killed that woman in cold blood. Another thing I want to talk about, folks, is this. I know several of our people have gone to red light. I went to ERW Junction at the scene of where Princess encountered her last days. And they've gone to the scene to protest. My own dear Princess Martina has been one of them, protesting. But I just received information this morning that I believe it was the first day. I don't think Martina was even there for that first protest. On the first day, Wakai, that some of our people went there to protest at the store. Guess what happened, Waka? Guess what happened?
What?
Some of the young men rushed into the Fawaz store, and they picked up 2 generators and ran away. Waka, can you imagine?
Protesters.
These are not the real protesters. These are not the real. They broke into. Well, the store was open. They didn't have to break into it. The store was open because the people they were conducting business. Okay? They got into the people's store, the Fawaz store at ELWA Junction. The store in front of which Princess, or around which Princess met her end. Okay? They got into the people's store and they picked up 2 generators. Brand new generators that the people were having in their store for sale. They picked them up and they ran with them. Can you imagine? I'm pretty sure Martina doesn't even know this. This was before the police were deployed.
Yeah, and of course, there is something that we need to know
This
here.
is wrong. No, but before we go further, let's condemn this.
Yeah,
you
it's
go
wrong.
protest, then you start looting. This is wrong. And I just want to make it clear. There are good people who are there protesting, but these animals, these thieves that stole the people's generators, they need to be condemned. It's wrong. You go there to protest for Princess Cooper and you go steal? You think Princess will be proud of you? Princess will be proud of you that you're protesting for her? You go steal in the name of Princess? It's wrong. And then the majority of good people, you spoil their name. The other people who are there protesting, like my Princess Martina, you spoil their name. But I'm told this was the first day.
Yeah,
they rushed into the store, pick up the generator and ran away.
And because what I'm trying to say is that people keep saying the Fawaz store. It may not be somebody from within the Fawaz store that did it out, or
but they were near the store, exactly.
It happened behind the Fawaz store. So the people know that they are not involved in anything. That's why their store is still open. They are going about.
Yeah, somebody is supposed to close their store. But Bagao, Princess did not die in the store. Princess was found at the back of the store.
Yeah.
And the store does business from the front.
Yeah.
The store is open from the front. The people are in the store. They store 2 generators. They store electrical wires. They hold like current. Like the put there for LEC not a get current. You go see generator from the people's store. It's wrong. Okay, turn the back of the store into a crime scene. But what does it have to do with taking the generators? The back of the store where Princess was found, cutting it off, turning it into a crime scene. It should be a crime scene. But what kind of crime scene? You got forensic people. Some of you think you think the movie, what you see in the movies, that's what the guy in Liberia. You think they got forensic people, You think they got people who will go there and do an assessment, collect specimen, look for evidence? We ain't got any like bro. We ain't got any like bro at all. So the thing is, the store is a crime scene. What do you do with the store? You turn the store into, you will lock the store up. What do we gather from that? But that's the point.
No, but what's happening, Costa, is that people keep saying Princess was into an affair with a Lebanese fellow. So what they are thinking,
we keep hearing that.
Yeah, what they are thinking, maybe that person is working within a store or live within a particular building that the incident occurred. So that's what they are thinking. So,
all these things can be solved when they take Princess's phone and look at the call logs. If Princess went in that direction to see somebody, they say she was loving to a Lebanese fellow. If she went to see that Lebanese fellow in that area, the call log should say the last couple of people Princess called It should have those people's numbers. And the police should go and speak to each of those people.
Yeah, but
You
Costa,
understand?
remember that the boyfriend deleted some messages and other things within a small phone. The smaller phone is
According
a
to
phone
what
that
was said, yes.
yeah, the smaller phone is her business phone, and she normally receive call on a smaller phone than the internet phone. So the boyfriend took the phone, took money from there, deleted some messages and few numbers from there. So how would they trace who called and who he called? Probably they have to go to Orange or Lone Star to.
It doesn't matter. Even if he deleted it from the call log in her phone, they can pull the call log from her service provider, the company that she's with, the carrier, the phone company. In America, we call it carrier. They can go to a carrier, and the carrier will tell them the people she called. Yeah. It doesn't matter if he deleted it. It will tell them the people she called, when she called them, how long they spoke for. If there were text messages that were deleted, they can also pull those text messages from the carrier, Bwakai. Yeah. They can pull it. And they will know who she spoke with. And if indeed he deleted those numbers, he has to say why he did that. He has to say that. Who is he trying to protect? If indeed he deleted, who is he trying to protect? But to be honest, this thing with the looting the people's store, it was wrong. It is distasteful. It is wrong. It is a terrible thing. Do not loot the people's store. You understand me? You can protest all you want. Protest like my daughter, Martina, and the other people. Don't go looting anybody's place because you want to protest. That's something you see on June 7th, one of the reasons why people are so proud of us, our protest, nobody stole anything. Nobody broke anybody's car or anything like that. So it's just bad. Now, the Liberty Party, Unity Party, ANC, AALP thing, still ongoing. I'm told they're going back to the Elections Commission today. We don't know how this one will end. To be very honest, we don't know how it's going to end. We only hope that the right thing, the neck will. You see, I don't trust the Elections Commission, and nobody should trust them, because the Elections Commission has been very biased when dealing with instability, because we all know instability is not working for himself. So it's difficult, Bwaga, to trust the National Elections Commission, because you never know how they might rule. You never know how they might rule. They might rule against us. Not that we're going to accept it. They might not weigh the consequences of the decisions they make, the ruling. And we're not going to take a line on our backs. I'm sorry, we will not. We will not accept a decision that will say that we are still in CPP. No, I'm sorry, we will not accept it. But you see, Bwaga, sometimes when people talk, then they say, Costa let talk everything also. One of my papa, he came on inbox. He said, Costa, you were right when you said that the CPP people should have taken certain action ever since. And that they didn't take that action. It was wrong on their part. It was poor judgment, poor leadership. But please don't talk it us out. Because the opposition people could use, the other people could use it against us. Poor guy. Ever since we knew that coming finger the document, we never wrote election commissions to inform them that the framework document that was at NEC was a document that we did not sign. We waited on the ability then carry out to NEC to carry our complaint. But I just listen to that. Ever since we knew, since August of last year, in fact, September, that's when Yomli wrote the NEC to give her the copy of the document. Ever since we knew, last year, August, that the document at the Elections Commission was fraudulent. It did not reflect the witches. It did not reflect the original document, the content of the original document that was signed. What did we do, Bakai? We did nothing. We sat down supinely. All the political leaders and the political parties, they sat down supinely and they did nothing. Today we have this problem. What problem do we have? The problem whereby Ability and Cummings are now trying to say that we never left. That we never left because the so-called withdrawal clause in the fraudulent document stops us from leaving. And even if we say we're leaving, we cannot field a candidate. When you talk, then they say, Costa, don't tell I want us. Don't tell I want us. Then how we run the country? You sit on that yankan, you get to know somebody did something wrong. You don't take any action. This one you are talking to our own leaders. They acted lazy. They were not strategic. Your thing in the Zobu business, and I in Zobu business. You do wrong, I'll tell you. You put us in this mess. After we knew the document was fraudulent, what should we have done? When Yombly wrote NEC and said, NEC, we request a copy of the framework document that Ellis Cummings filed with you. NEC gave Yombly a copy of the document. When NEC gave Yombly a copy of the document, Yombly, they reviewed the document, they validated everything inside the document. They set up a committee to investigate. The committee outlined all the things that were wrong with the document. Yet, those people never wrote NEC to tell NEC that document that Cummings filed, discard that document. They never did it. Yeah. So, I will tell them the truth, and they don't like to hear it, and I don't give a damn. I will tell them the truth. The problem we're in now, that they don't want to put inside. The Ability and coming dragging us to neck, that our leaders then, that Yombly, that Ure, that Bogai, they don't want to pour inside. They don't want to pour inside. Ever since Bogai, if they have written to tell NEC, we conducted an investigation. The investigation found out that document is not the document we signed. Therefore, we right to withdraw that document. They never did that. Ask them why they didn't do it. Ask them. Ask them why they didn't do it. But when Costa talk, and so me, I'll tell you the truth. I want to tell you the truth. We blame Boakai, we blame Ure, we blame Yombly. Because they sat down there, they never took action. This is what happens when you drag your feet to take action. When you drag your feet to take action, this is what you get. Today now, they are saying, UP will not feel a candidate because they know this local candidate by-elections. But when a problem arises, you nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
You fix that problem right away. Somebody telling me, yeah, because we're trying to resolve it internally. Resolve what? What were you trying to resolve? Somebody submits a crooked document, you say resolve? Resolve what? I will tell you the truth, the money. They submitted, you found out, you want to resolve it in-house. Okay, ain't that what you get now? Resolve it in-house. Anything that happens to us, we will blame our leaders. They are responsible. They knew the document was fraudulent. What were they waiting for? Please tell me, what were they waiting for? After they discovered that the document was fraudulent, what were they waiting for to take action? One letter, one letter from Yombly to the Elections Commission to say, we have conducted an investigation. The document that Mr. Cummings filed was not a document that we gave him to file. We right to withdraw that document. And we will submit a new one. They did not do it. Today, coming and dragging us now. Musa Ability and dragging us. When I thought, oh, the boy just frisky. Me, I'll tell you the truth. You be worried? Me, I'm worried that their business. If we don't feel a candidate, it's because we sat on there, guy, we didn't take action. Guy,
Yeah.
you wait, you submitted, you send somebody to send a document for you somewhere. You and the person sign the document. Somebody tells you that, oh, that document that the man carried there, the man changed certain things inside of guy. You go and request a copy of the document that the man filed. When you see it, it is proven that that was not what you and him had signed. What would you do, guy? Will you leave that document there? Or you tell the people, say, my people, this document are here? And that's not the one I signed.
Nah, yeah.
But that's not the document I signed.
But because what they are saying this morning now is that the petition filed by the UP for judicial review was accepted by the hearing officers.
I say it was not accepted. I know the hearing is going on, but you're not understanding my point. My point is, Bwaka, when you discover a problem, a problem that could embarrass you,
yeah,
you fix it.
Quick.
You don't wait. They discovered that the document was bad. After they discovered it was bad, they should have written the neck to withdraw it. They did not. They left it there. You think if they had withdrawn that document ever since, you think Musa Ability and Cummings will be passing around and telling us, say, we have not left CPP, we're still in CPP, we cannot field candidates. In fact, Joe Biden cannot run in 2023.
Another political party is stopping another political party from feeding your candidate.
Thank you. One political party is telling the other political party that you will not field a candidate. You think we will be dealing with that?
And Costa, if only they win on this particular case, forget it, 2023, they seem to may come up again.
Somebody asking me why I didn't tell them then. Seriously, that me Costa, and I'm political leader, that means to tell them what to do. Are you seriously listening to yourself?
Yeah, but we said it times on the show. We said it over and over.
We told the people.
Yeah.
What you want to say? We told the people on their show many times. Withdraw the document from this from NEC. We told the people many times. We said it here. But this is Liberia. When people do wrong, we say, you're not go talking inside. You know the thing here, embarrassing. You know how long it took them to acknowledge publicly that the document was fraudulent? Why not we don't want to put pressure on them for Yomi to even get that press conference?
Yeah.
We did that. We had to put pressure on them for them to even acknowledge it. That now you want to put it on me now. Oh, Costa, why you not tell them? First of all, that means you will tell them. That means you want to tell them to withdraw the ugly document. You know document ugly, it lay now somewhere, and they say you sign it. You know you're not signing it. Why are you doing that? That means you will tell them to do that one. You whole political leader. You won't be whole president of the country. That means supposed to tell you to do what you're supposed to do. We were on their show telling them that document not correct. Y'all withdraw it from there. They say, oh, we're talking. You know, Yahweh, we are talking it here. You know what they were doing? They were petting Cummings. Oh, you know, this is why Liberia is the way it is. Somebody does wrong, you got proof for it. Then you say you want to talk it in-house. Now what made Liberia like that, boy? Somebody does wrong, you get proof the man did wrong. Then you say, oh, you know, you like to it in-house. And many of you used to tell us, say, oh, because I just lead the CPP building, you know what, the whole thing together. Even though we knew we had the evidence that coming finger the document, some people say we must leave it. Now what makes me different from all of y'all? I catch somebody doing wrong, I will not leave it. We'll deal with the person. That one made a contact looking at this. Oh, you know, Baka, and they think we won't be job here. So Costa, you know, and we just got to leave it because Costa, when you be talking about the thing here, it will make CPP low weak. Was it? I said, but what about the document that man finger? Oh my man, you know, just forget what I want there. We'll face that one. So anyway their case go that their business. Anyway their case go to neck that their business. And I'm talking about that case business. Say again, the time I was telling them ever sent to withdraw the document, they didn't listen to me. Anyway their case go to neck. And I thought, Wagai, we're not talking about that case business here again. But now we should be talking about CPP business, Wagai.
No.
CPP is going to be dead.
Yeah.
Ever since CPP is going to be dead. You redneck to take neck the document not correct. You redneck to take neck the document not correct. Then now when Musa Perede and Commis threaten you, that when they threaten you, then I turn out you go to neck now.
Yeah. Somebody saying they wanted to handle it internally, so they don't want it for it to come out. So
that they handle internally made the country looking a day. When John Brown do wrong, oh my man, when I embarrass John Brown, you know John Brown got a family put John Brown, y'all go talking inside. They all knew, you know, y'all need to tell you guys the truth. They are supposed to be blamed. Y'all tell them, let me name them, Joe Walker, Ure, and Yombly. They are supposed to be blamed. Y'all know me. Me and I hear for that go talking inside Benin. Maybe that the other blood I get in me that it made me like that. And I let that typical Liberian behavior. Your leader then do wrong, then you say, oh, you know, y'all let you leave it, you know, because it's embarrassing her, and that it made the country looking like this. Y'all knew the man finger on the document. You had the evidence. You've been sitting down on it. Today now, the man using it against us. They're using it against us because you were not strategic. You did not do the right thing at the right time. So anyway, your case go to neck, that your business. Let's open the phone lines and take some calls there. Anyway, your case at neck goes, that your business. When we tell you can listen to us. I told you ever since. I said, my people, your moolah document for down there. Your moolah document for that. Your finished the investigation, it was still there. Withdraw the document. They said, no, we're trying to tell it here. We're trying to pet commies. Pet commies? Comings, and you're petting comings? Okay. Yeah. You're petting, you're petting comings. You're petting comings. But I gotta go take some calls, yeah. Anyway, your case go to neck, that your business. Now coming saying that you're staying in CPP. And now coming saying, Bagai?
Yeah.
Coming saying that you be staying in CPP. You know why? Because you want to ride on Joe Bagai to be president. Look, let me tell you something. In politics, you gotta be strategic. You can't sit there and play yankan. You got to think several steps ahead of your opponent. Even people you are in the same camp with, once you and them are rivals and you're competing for the same team, you got to think ahead of them. Yo. Withdraw the document. Withdraw the document. Y'all say no. Y'all will face it in-house. Waga, open the phone lines. Now let's take some calls. Face it in-house. Okay, y'all face it in-house.
07701021026 010383 555 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Now take this person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good. Hello. Yeah. Good morning. This is Yusuf Waka. Are you getting me?
Welcome, Yusuf.
Yeah. Actually, I've been following the leader this morning, speaking on the issues of the CPP. You know, for some of us, we don't have any political party in the CPP, but we are full member of the Council of Patriots, and we believe in the ideology and the philosophy of Leader Henry Pedro Costa. But sometimes it is very, very embarrassing to see a group of educated people who seeing the Liberian people, our country is in a direction that we don't want to see it today. Instead of them to be an alternative for our country, they continue to misbehave among themselves. What will you be talking about? Somebody made a mistake and they be talking about in-house issues. What they have done in the past that we're hammering them today. So we want one leader come on the show, try to discuss something progressive about our country that would listen to it and lead the CPP people. Thank you.
Thank you so
much.
But
you see, Yusuf, this thing is embarrassing all of us. Huh? It's embarrassing all of us. It is embarrassing all of us. Because CPP is going to be dead. We are going to be moving on, Boakai. I hear the ANC people here say Costa looking for reasons to dump Joseph Boakai. If I want to dump Joseph Boakai, I don't owe Joseph Boakai anything. I don't need to find reasons to leave Joseph Boakai. I don't need to find reasons to leave him. Me and Joseph Boakai never signed a contract. So those of you who are saying Costa looking for reasons to dump Joseph Boakai, I don't need to find any reasons to leave Joseph Boakai because I never signed a contract to Joseph Boakai. Eh? But the sickening thing about this is when you talk to these leaders, sometimes they never listen to you. It's coming back to bite us in a behind, as the Congo man would say. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. I was telling the truth, and I don't give a damn about how y'all think about it. I told these people, withdraw the framework document that's fraudulent. They didn't do it. Today, we should be sitting down here and the political leaders and our parties be dragged to neck by Cummings and Ability. Cummings and Ability dragging us and threatening us that we will not be able to field the candidate because we did not exit the CPP the right way. I will tell you the truth. Anything you want to say, that your damn business. They put us in this. I've been saying this ever since. Ever since. And I will never stop telling you the truth. Anything you want to say is your business. This is who I am. I always tell people the truth. Even the people I support. But I just saw in the morning, Bogai, I thought about it. It actually only came to my mind this morning, Bogai. I sat down this morning and I thought about it. And I said to myself, why should we be in this case, in this situation? Why should we be a neck defending ourselves? Why should we be a neck defending ourselves when all we could have done after we discovered that Cummings messed with the document, we should have written the neck to withdraw the document. At the time, who was the chairman?
Boakai.
No, Yombly was the chair.
Yombly. Yeah, Yombly.
Yombly, I'm not Boakai was the chair. Yombly was the chair.
Yombly, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yombly is the one that wrote for the document for NEC to give her the document.
Yeah. Yeah.
After Yombly got the document, we did the investigation. What did we find out? That the document was a messed up document. Why didn't Yombly write the NEC back? So say, look, we conducted our investigation. We found out that this document that Cummings filed is not correct. We want to withdraw it. They said they were, whatever it is they were doing. But go take some calls, yeah.
All right. So the phone lines are still open. We're taking your calls. Keep them coming in. You'll be live.
For every action, there's a consequence. For every inaction, there's also a consequence. Let's take some calls.
Okay, let's take this person on this line. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai. And good morning to our hero in the United States of America. I am the religious advisor to the Costa Show, and I'm Chega Jibo Kinika. You know, when this issue is raised every time on the radio, my own view is my fault completely goes on Senator Delors and Yoblikan Kalori. Look, let me say this to you. If Musa Blazer was prevented from becoming chairman of the Labour Party, you think you would have had the means that you got today? They were looking for an individual to use in the opposition, and that's why Musa Blazer was planted. When somebody says to you, Henry Pedro Costa, I'm going to sue you, that means the sue is already in the man's hand. Now Musa has spoken on several occasions on Spoonto and other radio stations that he's going to make sure that even down to the chairman of United Party will never be chairman again. You think that guy is joking? There are secret meetings that are being referred within the opposition between Musa Blazer and these guys. That's why he's speaking like that. Look, Senator Delors, I will get angry with you forever. Costa helped you to become senator. You became senator, that's the reward you're giving us now. And you are one of those that don't recognize when they help you. Costa slept on the radio for you, making sure that bringing electoral results to the citizen. And today you are senator. When you go in the house of the senator, what was your first statement? You said, and I see your people brought you to permanent. You think we're going to sit here and lie that the way the citizens are behaving? I will never tolerate that for you. We fought for you, you know it. Some of us today, you behave like you have never seen your Senator Delors. Let me tell you this, because you have done this to the opposition, you will never go free. Thank you, Ayo, for affording me the time.
The religious advisor to the Costa
Well,
Show.
hold on there. Let me just say something. I see some of the people are saying, "Oh, Costa, it already happened now, so we here now." No, when you blunder, and because of your blunder, everybody is being embarrassed by your blunder. You need to be told that you blunder. Eh?
Yeah.
You need to be told that you blunder. That's what happened, Parker. We blundered. And that's why we got the likes of Ability and Cummings threatening us that we will not field candidate because they're using the fact that we sat down and never took the action we were supposed to take. That's why we are here.
Yeah, but Costa, what I'm observing, the case now at NEC, they are talking about this. Musa is now into this case now because of the misunderstanding or the problem within the Liberty Party.
It doesn't matter. Cummings is in the case.
Yeah, that's the only case. It's because of Cummings now. That case is still at the NEC. We are not looking at Musa because Musa is no relevant in the case, nothing at all. It's based on the signature that the ANC have on the document. That's why the NEC is still holding fast to that case.
But Cummings trying to sabotage us. You don't understand? Yeah. Cummings does not want us to leave. Cummings does not want UP to leave. Because Cummings, his whole agenda was to have UP in the CPP, go to the primary, use money, buy delegates, and win. And then Joseph Boakai would be forced to sit in there and he would ride on Joe Boakai to become president. That was his strategy. Boakai all along. That was his strategy. That was his strategy.
Yeah.
So it's sickening that we must be dealing with this. And I will tell the people who are responsible. I will tell them, I don't trust the Elections Commission. The government is using Musa Ability to do these things to us. Musa Ability we've been saying this thing for a long time. Musa Ability works for the government. The reason Musa Ability never paid the $4.something million he owed in a road fund is because the government made a deal with him to use him to do this thing to us. And we sat down and we allowed it to happen when we should have broken away ever since. How long we didn't preach for us to leave? How long didn't we preach to these people for us to pull out of the CPP?
Yeah.
You know how long we did that? You think like when you support people, you're getting the truth. You think I'm looking at you? I always tell you, when Joe Biden wins, I don't want no damn job from the government. I don't. I always tell you, I don't want to be minister where they can fire me because I will say something that the president doesn't like. I tell you the truth. I've been telling you this ever since, and I'll keep telling you. We are in this mess because our people did not do the right thing. That's why we're in this mess. And I will tell y'all ain't want, your feelings are hurt and your damn business. I will tell you the truth. Let's go back to the lines and take some calls there.
Okay. Don't take somebody from this line.
And they said, hold on. And they said they were trying to fix it in-house with Cummings.
Yeah.
Now who doing this to us now?
The ANC.
The man who they said they were trying to fix it. Oh, let's fix it in-house. Let's fix it in-house. This is a man who's working to embarrass us now. Cummings is the one working to stop the Unity Party from fielding a candidate in a local by-election and possibly even do more. Yeah. Because we sat on there and we didn't take action. Let's take some calls.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai.
Yeah. Welcome.
Good morning, Costa. My name is Mohammed S. Kone, and I come from Johnsonville. No, I support leader 100%. Our political leader were lackadaisical and insensitive when it comes to our TPP freeway. We selling a leader selling numerous occasions that say we have issue with this document. We need to take this document for next and work our modality that will make us to be free and participate in the democratic sphere of the federal law. They started supposedly they allow Kumi and Musa Bilete to team up and to continue to suppress her and dash our vote. And as they stand, for me, I'm tired without nonsense to see the CPP. I made up especially for the CPP, the Kwama and the promotion the CPP need to stop. While CDC is being structured and being alliances, we are fighting each other in court. How will we defeat we are? This is nonsense. And the leadership of the CPP should take full responsibility for the nonsense and the Kwama in the CPP. You tired.
Okay.
Our hope cannot be dashed. How many more we have to turn it on the TV?
All right. Thank you so much. We will have to take other callers, please. That will take 0770-102-102-886-010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Those are the numbers that you can call this morning and be a part. Let's take Momo on this line. Momo, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Momo. I don't know what's happening to your phone, Momo. Let me take it. Let me take this phone from in this casing. Good morning, Momo.
Good morning, Mr. Kamara. Good morning to my dad and political leader, Mr. Pedro. Once more, I'm waiting to join the president's Cooper March for justice and constraint to say the great leader. Let me say this. If you not know now, be aware. Most of these people struggling, they were not for the United Party and other parties that will fight it. You know how you stop in this country? You try to tell our number and then people listen. So they know what they want to do now. When they deny us, the candidate, they call all the guys that speak. And they are the one that will gain the speech. They tell them they are the one who gain the speech. They're holding and putting for us. For me, I clear to tell you this money. Now the cartel party, they already giving the office free. They bought it down, they're about to do that. That's for our party.
I'm not forming no party.
And will make us sure we figure out we are.
We are forming no party.
How many times? You are telling me they will not listen because you are not there.
Thank you so much, Momo. That would take somebody.
Momo, we're not forming no party. Yeah, we're already in party. I'm a member of ALP. I don't intend to leave.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
But when my leaders are wrong, I'll tell you the truth.
Hello.
And sometimes I'll tell you the truth publicly.
Yeah, it is Kafuma Kamara calling from Grandfast.
Welcome.
Yeah, but what really I want to tell Costa, I don't know. Let me just try to forget about the CPP issue and then now let me focus on something else because when I see this stuff, the CPP stuff, it won't go nowhere. It will just be a waste of time. So
but it's embarrassing. Oh, my brother, how can I forget about it?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
The brother said I should forget about it. How can I forget about it? I can't forget about it. It's embarrassing us. We're supposed to take our mascot this morning on the show. We'll take but let's take some more calls there, brother.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm Thomas William calling from Minnesota. Thank you to our good morning to our leader, Henry Pedro Costa. Oh,
good morning.
I think leader is getting something wrong. You know, the entire framework of the city of the CPP is a nonsense. Can you imagine? Group of educated people sat down and allow other people, small group of people, to play on them. Look at the nonsense they put in the framework. That before you make any decision, all four political parties, all representatives from four political parties should be present. That's the trick they want to play on it now to say to CPP and settle your inner dispute. So while going back to settle the dispute, when they call meeting to settle the dispute, what will happen? When call meeting, ANC representative will not be there, and this will be extended all the way to 2028. And the trade play. You cannot say how you form an organization with a framework and say everybody should be present. This is democracy. It's about majority.
All right, thank you. Now take this other person. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. Okay, let's take Mr. Kumala. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Siliki Kumala. I'm calling from Syracuse, New York. Everything Costa is talking about, he's right. But my thing is, we have since passed that stage. What we have to do now, in order for us to continue to move as a force, that's why we have to find a solution. And not too long ago, Tommy and his people were saying that the other group that include the LP, the Unity Party, and Mr. Uri, that they were now more Democrat because block voting. If they feel to themselves that they are more Democrat, why are they trying to stop from running? Why?
Okay.
Because they feel threatened by UP.
Thank you so much.
Cummings doesn't want UP to leave the CPP. Cummings, his whole strategy was to ride on Joe Biden to become president. That's all. And for Joe Biden to leave, Cummings is done. He's finished. Cummings cannot become president on his own. He knows that. His entire party knows that. His entire party knows that.
All right,
so
let's take this person. Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, anybody calling from?
My name is Isaac Poco, calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Go ahead, Isaac. 1 minute quickly.
I'm going to try to get my input on the issue that Costa is discussing this morning. I mean, these guys are all furious. So at the end of the day, George Weah and us, we're going to have 6 years of the
right.
And what they need. Nothing.
Yeah, right.
But we're getting the better leadership that they're looking for. So these guys are all failures. So they will continue to run on the road that they are running right now. So we are all happy and we're jubilating.
That says, yeah, you win. That 24 years. Yeah, I know, sir. Talking about the win, another says yes. CDC, your own part, y'all just forget your own. That in the day yesterday talking about it, they signed something with political party. Look at the political party, then they say they sign agreement with and to join them. You saw that thing yesterday, Bagai?
Yeah.
CDC said they sign party. Hungry man. Hungry man. They say they signed something with CDC to support CDC. What can they do for CDC? Don't man. I don't even want to compare myself. All the parties they put together, I get more support than all the parties there. Can't talk about the political parties to help CDC. CDC is so desperate that they signing agreement with Pupu Platoon Party then. But you can't even call the party the names. You don't even know the party the names. Last night, Kennedy Sandy reached out to me. Reverend Kennedy Sandy, somebody announced that his party was one of the parties that signed the thing. So he reached out to me last night. I missed his call, but he messaged me. And he said he wanted to say to me that his party was not one of the parties that signed the thing to support CDC. Let me tell you something. That nonsense cannot help CDC. You understand? My frustration I'm expressing here is over the fact that we still have to be dealing with a problem that we could have fixed ever since. That is my frustration. We should not be dealing with this thing in 2022. Unfortunately, we are. So you CDC talking about you get 6 more years, you all right. Yeah, I don't blame you. I blame our people there because we sat down there, we ain't take the right action. The time was to take it. And the reason you're talking that nonsense. Let's take some more calls there, Bagai.
Okay, I'll take this person. Good morning.
If you go too slow, then you ain't want to tell them. You think you're my citizen. I will tell them the truth, and I will tell them publicly. We'll be going to neck. We'll still be going to neck today.
Hello?
CPP issue.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Your name is Johnny us from?
I'm Lamine S. Connor from Pong County.
Mr. Connor, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I think the leader is smart. As Sidiki Kumara said, I 100% agree with Sidiki Kumara. Whenever you have taken a share to fight the war, just fight it one and for all. You cannot stand because things has fall. We all should join, and fight it because this is the future. This is the future we are looking. We want the leader to be somewhere 2029 because we really want to see him, in Liberia's leadership. And the question I have for the leader again, if this case win the Unity Party, for example, can they form different independent Unity Party and proceed and lead the whole Unity Party with Mutability and ANC?
No! Why are they doing so?
If you should be on the ticket 2023. Thank you.
Let me answer my man. Lamini. This case is a foolish case. They don't have a case. But what making me vexed is the fact that they will even take us to court. To NEC. It's a foolish case. You understand? There is no way that anybody can stop anybody from running because the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia takes precedence. You're not even understanding me. I'm not telling you, say, Musa Belede get case. That's not what I said. I'm telling you that Musa Belede got case. All I'm telling you is that we should not have been in this mess. Had we taken the action we should have taken many months ago. That's what's pissing me off. You had the opportunity to do this ever since when we advised you to do so. You did not do so, and we all are in this mess. That is my problem with them. But whether Musa Belede and Cummings got case, they ain't got no damn case. They ain't got no damn case. Nobody can tell you that the Constitution says that you cannot stop somebody from deciding to disassociate when they want to disassociate. This is a very, very simple issue. We will win this if NEC does the right thing. If NEC does the right thing, we will win this. It's easy. The law says I can associate and I can choose to no longer associate. That is the law. The law is the law. So absolutely. Cummings go put something in the framework document that says that if you leave, you can't put a candidate up in an election. That's nonsense. We knew we should have fixed it ever since. That's what we should have done. But they don't have a case. So Lamini, if NEC does what NEC should do, consistent with law, we will win this case at NEC, and Unity Party will put up a candidate, and the candidate UP is putting up in Lofa. Galakba Kwatima is a strong candidate. He was superintendent. He knows the layout. He knows the people. He can win. And when we rally around him, he will win and he will become the next senator of Lofa County from the Unity Party. But now all of us just say now waiting now. What NEC will say. We're not supposed to be at the mercy of NEC. Had we done what we were supposed to do, we were not going to be here. This is not whether we can win or not. We can win. We can win that election in Lofa hands down. We got a good candidate. UP still maintains firm dominance in Lofa. We can win. There's no question. I'm glad UP didn't pick a weak candidate. They picked a strong one. Kalakwa Kotima, for everything I've heard about him, he's a popular man in Lofa. The people know him. So we can win, and we will win. But the problem is, you see what Cummings is doing to us? Then the ANC people here opening their dirty mouth, they're talking nonsense. That your party, that Cummings trying to stop UP from putting up a candidate in Lofa. Then they come here and talk nonsense. That their party, they say UP might not put up a candidate in Lofa. And you think that's going to help? And you think that's going to help y'all? Y'all think that's going to help ANC? You think it's going to help Cummings? Even if you succeed in stopping UP, which I don't think you will, you think that's going to help Cummings? You think that's going to make us come back to you and work with you? You and Musability? Stupid people. Let's take a few more calls there, Baga. It's not going to help you. We're not going to work with y'all. We will not work with Cummings, Baga. This is over. We're gone. We will not work with Cummings.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Cooper S. Giddings. I'm calling from Pennsylvania. Good morning, Costa.
Morning.
You're alive.
I'm listening to the show. The case that Costa is talking about, Costa, you just need to calm down. In the law, anything that is not done right is not done. So they tell you that, yes, coming or the lady they are trying to stop the Unity Party from running, it does not work. Let's take my example. If you took something and you was not caught, at the end of the day and you are caught.
You know, you make it sound like you trust the system.
But what is not right, as long as the information come up, the court stay.
Yeah.
So
the
the
gentleman is speaking like he trusts the system so well.
The case is in court with Yuri.
Yeah. You know how he talking?
No.
He talking like he got trust in neck. You think I trust neck? I don't trust the government. I don't trust neck. You understand? The government got interest in this case. I don't trust the government. I don't trust neck. They got interest in this case. You think I trust the government? All right. They got interest in this case. Their interest is to ensure that we don't put up a candidate in Lofa. That is their interest. That is their interest. I don't trust the government. I don't trust neck. Then we must say that here, and you make it look like, oh, you know, and the law is clear. The law is clear. That's true. But in Liberia, the law can be clear, yet you can lose a case. We see it happening all the time. So, my brother, don't speak like you don't know the system in Liberia. I don't trust the court. I don't trust NEC. The government has interest in the case. The interest is they don't want to see UP win Lofa. You see the government want UP to win Lofa? Seriously? You think that's what they want? Who's behind this? Cummings is the one. And then they see Cummings people there open their mouth to say nonsense to us. They are the one that carry us the neck to stop us from putting up a candidate in Lofa. The ANC. The ANC, that the ANC carry us the neck. I thought y'all say Joe Baga bar, Joe Baga this, Joe Baga that. Why y'all forcing him to work with y'all for? Eh? Why they forcing him to work with them for? You can leave the man, let the man go. Leave the man, let the man go. Leave Joe Baga. Let the man go. Y'all say y'all the clean people. We weep out with dirty. We want to do it for ourselves. We left and left y'all there. Y'all keep your CPP. We gone. Then what y'all stopping us for? And what coming and get Shingo Baga? Coming is a shameless guy. Tell a woman said they don't want you, the woman leave you should go. Then you still go by and say, that woman here, she should come out to the hall here. She should live in the hall. What are you forcing a woman to come out for? You don't get Shingo, you said? Yeah, man, Baga, man. Yeah, let me just, they think they're making me vex. I vex with our people, they post them and not talking. Because I don't talk it, that the Liberian way there. When your own people do wrong, you might not talk it. Who don't talk it? Now, we don't want to come and making people on us now. Let me send a link to how I mess let her come on.
So take some calls?
Take one call there while we wait for Howard Mesga to join us. They're annoying. They even know what making me vet. It's making me vet because we stay in a position where Common Sense giving our problem.
Good morning.
And making me vet.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I'm still the slow calling for John Barker. No, Costa, thank you so much. You know, to see the truth here, and I form a little piece of message. The first thing I will do for us, you could do, but I cannot stop it. The cannot stop it. The thing is, move at this. So we, the elected in the country, in the stand, I would look at the people who make decisions because we are up. We, the vote of Costa, don't lose hope. We say the John Barker thing of people, let us get to the pool. We would lower to the street because people are working for us and more opportunity. What is doing for us today? Because we come into the situation of Costa, you regret my brother. Can you imagine people that die and walk around? I don't even see what's up. Oh, these guys are voted. They won't be here tomorrow. They say we should get an opportunity. It's a them. They are not focused. They are over us. So we the elected, we should look at the people and talk to each other to get ready to remove them. Don't look about them. The opposition has already looked at us and say that look, we will still have like them people, but they are doing it for each other. Look at Boga saying it. You have to watch out something. And we the elected are doing something. We are going to the pool. So all I think is doing, we're watching them on the village, we're watching them. Because they say, in the country, we the voter will stay 2023 to 2000. Thank you so much, Costa. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. We stay just saying that God is our strength. We are hoping that God will bring the chief Costa. Nothing that they are doing.
I'm not losing hope. I'm just pissed off.
All right, thank you.
I'm not. Let me just say this before we take Howard. I'm not losing hope. I'm just pissed off. When you advise somebody to do something, Boakai, you see wrong coming. You advise them, you say, they think you will embarrass us, you do this, and they don't listen to you. And later on, it comes back to affect you. It can piss you off. That's why it's pissing me off. And I will tell you the way I feel. I don't give a damn about how anybody feels. I told y'all that this was going to happen. That we should take care of this. Nobody listened. Today, Cummings and Musa ability and drag us to Elections Commission to try to stop us. Some people say, "Oh, don't talk about A Costa, they forget it." I'm not a y'all. I'm different. When they say, "Don't blame the place you fall down, blame the place you stomp your toe." The place we stomp our toe was when we did not withdraw the document from NEC. After we discovered the document was fraudulent, we did not withdraw it. That is our fault. And we should blame ourselves today for this embarrassment that we are facing. Yeah. Do I believe they have a case? They have no case. All they're trying to do is to sabotage us. They don't want us to win LOFA because they know we can win LOFA hands down. We got a strong candidate in Galakba Kwatima, and they know we can win. So Cummings' mission is to sabotage us. I don't believe they will succeed. But we should look at ourselves and say, we are the cause of them putting us in this mess. Howard Mascot, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Costa. Thanks for having me. Good morning.
You're most welcome. Howard, yet again, we're here talking about a young woman, 25 years old, enterprising, beautiful, with a whole life ahead of her. From the pictures I see, how she seemed like she was a happy young woman. Mm-hmm. All her pictures I've seen, just killed like that. And initially the police said, no foul play. Mm-hmm. But from what we're hearing, it does not seem to be true. What do you say about that, Howard?
What do I say? Henry Costa, let me say thank you for bringing me again on this platform like you did for my sister, Jackie Anderson, like you have always done for other people, despite things that sometimes we don't agree. But let me just say and be fair and be clear with my conscience. When I come in your inbox and I demand stuff from you, you answer the call. You know, and nobody is 100% perfect. Sometimes I even come at you and say, stop saying you don't care. You don't care. You work for the people. You know, and today you have also exercised that again, that you do work for the people. And sometimes we get frustrated. We say things sometimes we don't really mean. But I know you have a place because I've met you in person. And all the things you can be talking when you see him in person is a whole different story. So thank you for bringing me. And why am I here again? I'm here again once more to state a case for a young lady. Despite what people say about her on Facebook, how many boyfriends she had, that's a Liberian culture. we come back and we de-victimize the victim. And to talk about the polluted justice system in Liberia, with all the evidence that these people have, they are coming. Number one, the incompetence of Moses Carter, saying that the victim didn't have no foul play. He's not a forensic expert to determine that. That's why people come in and experts come in and say this is what happened and give the evidence. I heard how a top set was canceled. I don't know why it was canceled. I don't know who they are trying to protect, but we know somebody violated Princess Cooper.
They postponed it for today.
They postponed it for today. Okay, for today. Okay, that's good. We know that somebody violated our sister, our daughter, our cousin, our friend, our neighbor, and behalf of all the women in the diaspora, people who speak on issues, the ones who support her, and the men who also support her. We came here today again on a big platform that you have, that many people will also hear my voice beside my platform, to tell them that we need justice or the polluted justice system in Liberia. I don't know why I don't know who they are trying to protect. All the evidence are there. We still have not gotten Princess phone records. The same phone records we asked for Henry in Odell Sherman case. We never got the records for Odell Sherman. I mean, we did. People that internally behind the scene, but the government of Liberia never proved to our people how our victim died. They came up with all kinds of stories. They are doing it again. This girl has so many leads. All her friends that were around her, people that she talked to on the day of her death, she called someone. Who is the person that she called? Who called her to go there? Where is her phone record? Why was people not investigated sooner than we were asking questions? Why are the women in Liberia are not angry like us in the diaspora? Why haven't they not gone out to protest, to ask for justice for their own sister, their own daughter? Why are they being silent? There are so many issues concerning, and then we come to another man from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, Joseph Blama, a former employee of the LRA. His body found in St. John's River. So you see, it's not only women that are being violated. Citizens are being violated. And number one, nobody can say nothing. Yesterday, our president went to go view projects, to go view houses. And he have not spoken on the violations concerning women and children in Liberia. And then he said he's a feminist in chief. Our gender minister have not spoken. But she spoke for a book conference. She spoke for a book. We have women in the house. Why is people like women leaders, women that are in politics, why are they not standing on the street and also crying for our children? Where is your vice president? Because everybody just beat around the bush. We don't speak about it. You see what we're calling men now out incompetent men. We should also call incompetent women out too. Where is our vice president, the second mother of the nation? How come she is not talking on the violations concerning women and children in Liberia? We must hold everybody accountable. That's the reason why you see, I say, as I speak for justice, I don't want to be tied to any political group, because I don't want to be uncomfortable where I cannot speak my mind because I have some political attachment. As an independent justice fighter, I want to know, and we are asking the Liberian National Police again to give our victim justice. There are many things, there are many reasons why people protect, they protect people who do bad things in Liberia. We have this constant history of impunity. That's why we want people to come to the table that really want to tell. Oh, you see, last night I had a podcast, Henry. I had two guests on the podcast. I had Timothy Sonny Boss-Smith and I had Octavius Gilman. I asked both of them questions about their political candidate, and I'm still not convinced, because we want people to be able to tell us if they're going to bring justice, they're going to prosecute warlords. They're going to bring people that didn't give us justice. They're going to bring them to justice as well. That's why we are asking the question, because that's the reason why I say I'm going to be independent. Because if I speak my mind, I don't want to be tied to any person, because I want to state my case. Why is Princess case moving so slow when there's all the evidence are there? They have done it for many, many other people. They have done it before over and over. They have not given. And when I say they, I'm not just talking about this particular regime. What happened to Harry Greaves? Have we ever gotten closure as a nation to find out who killed Mr. Harry Greaves? That story still haunts me. There are many things that happen in Liberia, and we just talk about it for 2-3 days, and we just leave it. But we got violators working for our country, making decisions for our country, and we cannot hold them accountable. Today, I come in a state of a victim of a young girl. I don't know if I have been violated. She would have gone and protest for me. I don't know that, and that's not my problem. I do it today because I still have nieces. My sister children still live in Liberia. I still have young girls in Liberia that I mentor. I still have young boys that I also mentor. And I want to know, why is the Liberian National Police cannot give us answers when it comes to the murder of Princess Cooper? And yes, our victim was murdered.
Thank you so much, Hawa Meska, for always standing up and speaking out about these issues. It is very frustrating when someone dies in such a terrible, terrible manner, in a very questionable manner. I mean, this is broad day.
Broad day.
You know, broad day. And all we see here is no foul play.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next thing we hear, autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're hearing that the pathologist that they're using, Dr. Benedict Coley, is not very qualified to do this job. That's what we're hearing. They say
that's why I told the victim's family to find an independent pathologist. People don't listen. When you have history of people who don't give results, you don't use the same people. The people are people of no results. So why will you trust them?
Yeah, Benedict Coley. And the thing is, the family doesn't trust that he has both the integrity and the qualification or the expertise to do this kind of autopsy. They don't trust him.
And the family has the right. The family has the right for independent pathologists. And I've also said publicly, we will raise the money to help this family if they don't trust them and they don't feel that
Benedict Coley's wife is the director of the National AIDS Control Program, appointed by the president.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. So Benedict Coley is married to a woman who is a government official, appointed by the president. You know, this is a problem. So how can the people trust this whole process? And then the government, the police, they've already gone ahead and compromised the case by saying that there was no foul play. How sure are we this thing will bring any kind of credible result? This is what the family is saying. They've told me this. They don't trust this process.
And once again, we're waiting for them to prove us wrong. They have never proven us wrong. They have not proven us wrong. They have not. And that's the question today I'm going to ask the Liberian women, our market women, our traditional women. Our daughter, our sister was killed. Nobody is asking these questions. Nobody is seeking justice for her. Only a few handful of people are doing it. Only a few handful of people. Somebody was murdered in a country. You bring a pathologist that have connections to government. How can that be a full neutral investigation?
His wife works for the government. Yeah. In a position she was appointed by the president. You know? How are we supposed to trust this guy? Tell me. And the family said they don't trust him. The family is right. The family should trust the pathologist.
Yeah.
But the pathologist is a key to the victim story.
Yeah, she is the chairperson of the National AIDS Control Program.
Yeah.
The man's wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Is this the same pathologist that did our auditors, Henry?
That is him, man.
Yes. There we
go. That is him, Benedict Coley.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And what he said, nothing happened. No foul play.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Henry, let me just make this public claim to the people in the diaspora, because I'm not worried about people in Liberia, because some people, and what I kept saying when we say, why do we speak for the people? Why would we cry more for the bereaved? We have gotten a second chance in a country that have opportunities. Some of our people live in fear. Some of them have no confidence in themselves. Some of them don't trust a system, so they are scared. They are living in fear. People in the diaspora, we are going to stage a national protest. We are going to Washington. We are going to create a chat room. We're going to put people in there. If you want to join this chat room, because everybody is not my friend on Facebook, some people and myself were not on good terms, have been blocked. You can still come to the protest. I don't care whether you are from United Party, you are Sedition, you are ANC person. I don't care who you are. If you're a Liberian person and you're seeing our people dying without no justice, we want you at Washington. We are going to Washington, Henry.
Good. Now, folks, nobody is saying yet that the government got hand in Princess Cooper's death. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that the way the police, the way they've handled this matter, it gives us no confidence whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The way Moses Carter rushed to open his big mouth and say there was no foul play, nobody trusts the process.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Exactly.
Princess was an ordinary woman. We didn't know she even existed until she died.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean somebody couldn't have killed her. But nobody's saying that government killed her. But the government has a duty and a responsibility to ensure that the right thing is done. You understand? That the right that the right thing is done. And so what we're saying, we are not happy. Now, we're hearing that her best friend, who was like a sister, this Willet girl, we're hearing that she's planning to travel out of the country.
No, she just got arrested, Costa.
She just got arrested.
Yeah, she just got
so
arrested.
she's actually planning to travel.
She was leaving for Ghana. Yes.
How about this thing looks like a conspiracy?
Mm-hmm.
They set this girl up. Did she ever have travel plans? Who the hell is she going to in Ghana?
In Ghana, no.
Mm-hmm.
And did you check? She probably got a lot of cash.
And not even her. The compound that Princess' body was found, we heard that one of the people that owned that compound or the person that owned it have also left the country.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that's the
Why
right thing.
Why were the boyfriend so hasty in rejoining $150 from her
Oh
phone?
no, that one he wanted to steal.
And deleting some conversation or messages from the
that one he wanted to protect. That's two things.
And that's why in America, boycott was something happy to me. It's something happy to me right now. If I have a boyfriend, the boyfriend is also a suspect. Everybody around me is a suspect until proven not guilty. That's what they do here.
The boyfriend was drawing money from the phone he wanted to steal.
Yeah.
Deleting numbers and messages from the call log.
A red flag. Yeah.
He wanted to protect somebody, destroying evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, the friend, why did the friend try to leave the country?
The friend was like a sister. We get a sister because the mother said.
No, we gotta keep saying friend because they are not biologically related. They were like sisters.
Yeah, but Costa, the mother is kind of raising an eyebrow. Say, oh, why is it that since Princess passed out, will I keep
never? You will remind you will not do that. You see, the two people are very close, and your friend died, and you can't go around.
You can't go around.
When a woman 4 to 4, you're going everywhere to fight for your sister who died.
Everybody is a suspect until proven not guilty. Everybody.
The question now, cause is that when the government come up with a result from the something the autopsy they are doing, will the Liberian people accept it after Moses Carter have come out and said that there was no
except that autopsy say there was foul play? I will not accept it. You know why I will not accept it? I don't trust the government.
Exactly.
And nobody should trust the government. Number two, the government has already said there was no foul play. You think they will let the autopsy results say there was foul play so they can be two different stories?
That's what Moses Carter knew what Moses Carter was saying because he knew what their results were going to be. And when he opened
his mouth, let me tell you something. Incompetence, the bad thing. Sometimes you can be innocent, but your incompetence can make you look guilty. Nobody said 9 years ago government killed Princess Cooper. I would never say that.
Exactly. Because we don't have proof for that. Exactly.
We ain't got no proof of that. And besides that, she doesn't seem like somebody likely that the government could have killed. Okay, when you talk about auditors, then we all know the motive. Every time somebody kills somebody, there's motive.
There's motive.
What is the motive?
Mm-hmm.
The people who knew Princess very well, the people she was involved with, one way or the other, these are the people who have motive to cause her harm. So listen, when the government job here is to show that they are neutral and they want to get to the bottom of how Princess met her end. But when the government already comes and basically compromise the whole case from the beginning by saying the girl died and a natural cause.
Without
no
yet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you ask them, what was Moses Carter's preliminary statement he made? What was it based on?
Exactly. And that's the question why I've been asking. But you know, this government also have a track of no final investigation and no closure to victims' family. Let's be clear. All the people that have died, they have never came out and gave us a reason why that person died. Everything was no foul play. Our auditors, we didn't get answer. They said they were lovers on the beach and they were having an affair and they died.
They were sitting there in the car and a couple of months I was killing them. Somebody hit the window glass and they said,
Yinswa fell over the fence. Yinswa fell over the fence and he got
Yinswa was drunk, he fell over the fence and died.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
let's
kids
just
built
put
on
it
the
on the
problem to
record. They
cook
have
for.
a record of not giving final investigation and giving victims' family closure. That's what me personally, I don't trust them, because I had a sister who was killed in Liberia and nobody told me 3 years ago. To this day, they have not told us why she died.
That's a good point. How when we say we don't trust the government, especially with these people some of these people, they're not working in government, they're not public officials or anything like that, or political people, but they are Liberian citizens. When they die, the government should do its best to ensure that we know how they die and what killed them. But when the government is incompetent and the government tries to lie to the public without getting to the bottom of the situation, this is what people suspect. That the government
So all these people just died, and they're doing stuff, and we know there was no murders. Melvin from the EPF, they say he killed himself.
Yeah.
Or
trained
a rifle expert, they say he killed himself.
Yeah, he shot his head in the head 3 times.
Three times.
When he shot his head the first time, he died.
Then
he shot his head the second time. He shot his head the third time. Now
Before
we're
he
gonna
could
hear he has again. And you know the wife have been calling me, Hawa. The wife, they refused to give her the death certificate. They refused to give her. That woman been coming. I said, man, what can I do? I can't help you.
Costa, you can do something when you make her to state her case on your platform.
Let her come on the platform. She want me to talk it. I've talked about it before, but the people will not do it.
Will not do anything.
And
because
you see the reason why I don't trust them. Why would you not give a widow, a woman who lost her husband, information? You see why I don't trust them?
Certificate. Even his benefits, as someone who served the EPS for so many years, they never give it to her. She said she's been behind there for those documents. They will not give them to her, or those entitlements, the benefits. They will not do it. You see, it's just sad. So tomorrow is the autopsy. Then they're asking the family to go and witness the autopsy. How you ask family member to go stand there and watch you using a scalpel to open up their 25-year-old relative
trauma, another trauma to the family? That is the reason.
Can you imagine that? Tell I know what he's doing. Even if I watch you opening Princess up her dead body, how is that going to tell me that I know what you're doing? Am I a pathologist to see what you're doing?
The same reason why I wanted the central police station, and the boy who they say one of the boys who possibly beat my sister was in the same room as I walk in. You know why America can divide victims' family from perpetrators if we're not seeing certain things? Because they don't want to traumatize you more. They know you already traumatized. The people are incompetent to do their job. And I'm telling the family right now, and I'm saying it publicly, and anything I say here is not based on the Henry Costa Show. I stand on my own ground, and I stand on my word. If you guys accept that, pathologist, you did not fight for justice for Princess.
The family will speak out afterwards. We connected them with Councillor. I put him in touch with Councillor Tiawan Gonglo, and he's providing counsel. So they are in safe hands.
Okay.
They will speak after the fact, but they have expressed to me that they don't trust the pathologist, and they are right to not trust him. He's connected to the government. His wife is a government official, and he's not likely to be.
And I'm not just a government official, a former a woman who got a child for our president.
Of course, yeah, that is a fact. Oh no, that is true. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Theodosia, her name is Theodosia Coley, and the doctor's wife, the pathologist's wife, Theodosia Coley. She is the chairperson of the National AIDS Control Program of Liberia. Yeah. All right, folks, you're listening to the Costa Show. Hawa Meska is with us. She is an advocate, and we're talking about Princess Cooper, this 25-year-old young lady who met her, I would say, untimely demise in a very painful way. I saw the video. I mean, how in life this girl was so beautiful. I saw the video after she died. She looked so different.
Disfigured.
Yeah, she looked so different quick. Why did she look so different quickly? Something is not wrong somewhere. Something wrong somewhere.
But haven't you noticed that all the young girls who have been killed with questionable death, it's all been a painful death. Odell Sherman, Vivian Rear, her body was found by in the mattress. Somebody stabbed her, opened her back, and put her in the mattress in Liberia, where our mothers are not talking. Little Joyce Sherman from St. Teresa's Convent. Moses Carter again came and said a 9-year-old child killed herself without an autopsy. How did Moses Carter, the little girl, kill herself? And nobody said nothing. Prince Carby from the Winners Chapel on the highway, neck broken, shoulder broken. A young promising man who play music. They came again and said no foul play. It's a pattern. Jackie Anderson, no foul play. It's a pattern. Matthew Innes, no foul play. Our auditors, no foul play.
So no other dying has run from foul play.
Yeah, the 3 missing boys. Have you found the bodies yet?
Nope.
Wow.
See, Moses is walking freely in Liberia after doing what he did.
Yeah,
his
all
business
the
is
rape
moving
cases,
on.
all the rape cases. Have you heard any trial on the rapists? They can arrest them. You're not yet trial, and they have sentenced the rapists then to jail. All we can hear is investigation is ongoing.
You got that woman, Mariah Lucan,
who human traffic our children.
Who traffic a lot of young children and sold them and made millions. They found her guilty, yet they can't sentence her to jail because she's too good to go to jail.
Yeah.
And instead, the government giving her contracts, lucrative catering contracts. She passing around in town.
And also, let you put on record of the past regime as well. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with the death of Inchon Tokpa. How they her accused murderers left Liberia. It's a pattern of impunity in Liberia. It's a pattern. It's a pattern.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Thank you, Henry.
We wait. Today is supposed to be the autopsy. We wait to see what happens. But I will be shocked if they say foul play.
I don't have confidence in that.
I will be shocked. I don't expect anything. Don't hold your breath, because you might just be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you for
You're most welcome.
anchoring
So we'll wait.
our voice.
After the autopsy is done and the report is published, we'll bring it back on so we can talk about it, huh?
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Boyka.
All right.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you.
You take care now. Preston Vakba and your wife, Maria Vakbe. Preston Vakbe and your wife, Maria Vakbe. Happy anniversary to you both. Nancy Eastman wants me to do this for you, and take it from me as well. Happy anniversary to you and your wife. Muna Koti, happy birthday to your son, Muna Koti, your son PJ. Thank you very much, folks. This is how we would like to bring this to an end. God bless you. We will be back here tomorrow, same time.
I'll talk to you about a musician I wish you try to bring home tomorrow. I will talk to you. I will send a message. That's Yanko Diswa, but I will talk to you about it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah.